So I imagine a lot of people just like me are just not very motivated to play Duel Links right now because of the state of the game right now. I'll go more into detail on what I think in this video, but I'm just making a video right now just because I haven't been posting a video for a while, and I not only do I want to know what you guys think about this format, I also just want to get some ideas on what you guys want me to make a video about, or like maybe kind of a challenge that I can be doing, or some sort of specific content that you want me to make as like a guide or something. I would like to know what you guys want to see, so please leave me some comments in this video, and I will have a look at them. So, Duel Links is in a pretty interesting place right now. Interesting as in interesting to me because I don't know how it even got to this place. Because as of right now, the tier list has like 3 decks on it. There's one single tier 0 deck and 2 tier 3 decks, and that is very very unusual. Right after a KC Cup type event, the WCQ qualifiers, it was like 2 weeks ago, and the ban list was now live, and the top deck is still a top deck. And this is very unusual because usually when Konami makes a broken deck, they completely kill off the deck like pretty much right after the next ban list, because that makes sense, right? Konami makes a broken deck, everybody buys the new cards, and then they destroy the deck completely in the next ban list, so people move on, they buy the new boxes or whatever, and then they continue playing the game and give Konami more money, right? That happens every time. Like back when automats were tier 0, they had an emergency ban list, and then they hit the deck. They hit the deck even more by nerfing the skill afterwards. Decks like Salamangreat got completely killed when it had like the moment of tier 0, and Tachyon as well. That deck had tier 0 format, and then it got completely destroyed. But right now, Stardust is still tier 0. It's still really, really good. Some people just might not agree that it is tier 0, but it is still really good. It basically does pretty much the same things that it has been doing before the ban list. Just it just lost a tiny bit of tools. It still makes pretty much the same end board. It is still equally as problematic as it has been before. The only difference is that you probably can't extra deck rip, but you can still put up 10 billion negates. You still have to draw Droplet or Dark Ruler, or you just explode. Um, the format is in a really rough spot when the top cards in the ranked popularity rankings are cards like Droplet, Dark Ruler, and Lava Golem is lower just because Stardust can't play Lava Golem. But cards like these are pretty much the only ways you can stop decks like Stardust, where they've just put up so much interaction that you either just draw the out basically, or you just cannot win. It's not fun to play against, and even though tier 0 formats come and go, it is very rare that Konami allows a deck like Stardust to go past a ban list and have it still be as good as it is right now. It just doesn't make sense, right? Like in the business perspective as well, like you would hope that people would, you know, play new decks, but nobody's doing that because Stardust is still the best deck, and the associated pieces as well, like Centurion, and also other decks like Red Dragon Archfiend are seeing play just because it wasn't hit. It got a buff, I believe, because the unlimited Hot Red Dragon. But other than that, yeah, the popularity rankings are pretty much exactly the same as it is before the ban list. And there is a new box. It's not like that they didn't try to make new products. They did release the new uh, mini box, and it has pretty cool stuff. It has Ragnaraka, it has the adventure stuff, it has rockets. Some people are pretty excited to play rockets, but those decks are just not good enough because Stardust is still by far the best deck in the whole format, and it's kind of there's no point to play anything that isn't Stardust in ranked, and that just kind of sucks, right? But I mean, before we all like doom post online and like tell everyone that the format is dead, like the game is dead or whatever, I do want to say that Rush and Character Duels are in a really good place. Like those two formats are pretty fun, especially Character Duels, but speed not so much. So if you are playing Duel Links and you didn't put too much time on Rush or Character Duels, I do recommend trying those two formats out. It is much better over there. And I'll talk more about Rush because I quite like where Rush is right now. So Rush basically has a pretty diverse format. Usually it has pretty diverse formats in general. The only times where the format isn't diverse is I think like Gaia format where everyone is just playing Gaia. But usually Rush has a pretty diverse format and there's a lot of decks that are viable at any given point of time, and it is especially true right now because of the new hits on the ban list. Like Elemental Hero and Gradius got hit. Those two decks are really good, same as the Dark Galaxy, but they aren't hit like hard enough that those decks are completely obsolete. Like Dark Galaxy got new technology because they lost the copies of Crystal, which is the most aggressive tool in the deck, which is discard. Discard allows you to attack 3 times, and can be really unfair if you just open discard and your opponent doesn't have a trap to basically stop it. You can just end games immediately. But now they don't have access to discard, but in exchange, they now can play Darkhold Device, which is a pretty cool card to have. It basically switches the playstyle of Dark Galaxy to be more focused on not trying to luck sack and OTK with Crystal Ore, but more like a more methodical approach where using contact fusions and then dealing a killing blow when you eventually have the setup for Darkhold Device. And yeah, it opens up a lot more than basically just a quote unquote best build of the deck. So this deck is what I've been trying out right now. It is using the old skill, the second skill, I would say, because they gave Dark Galaxy a lot of skills. Void Veil Fusion Draw is the skill for the deck when the new fusion monsters came out. So I am playing Fusion plus all of the old Fusion monsters, so you can play both the old Fusion and the new Fusion monsters, but because now the Beyond Probe is no longer limited to 2, it is now limited to 1, it doesn't conflict with a Darkhold Device, so you can use it on not only the Contact Fusions, but the other normal fusions as well, like, Void Veil Apocalypse. So yeah, a lot more interesting strategies just overall, but not just Dark Galaxy. Like the whole format of Rush is just very diverse in general because the power levels of the decks are just pretty similar. And the new box also has some pretty interesting stuff as well. Like, unlike Speed, like in Speed, those new stuff are just like filler because Stardust is still by far the best thing you can play. But the new box actually gives us pretty interesting and good decks. Like Matarion got Matarion Fusion, really good card. There's also really interesting new decks like Sky Savior, which is a control strategy basically. It loops a trap card that gives Rush a playstyle that the format basically previously never had. It's a playstyle like I would say like S-Force back when S-Force was playable in Speed. Like it's focusing on a single trap card and using that to eliminate your opponent's monsters. And then the deck also has like ways to recycle it, has ways to search it. It's a pretty interesting and different strategy than what people are used to be playing in Rush, which is always a good thing. And then the new worm stuff is also pretty cool as well. I don't know how good those are actually going to be. I think they are pretty good. But the point is that you have options, right? You have a lot of different decks that you can be playing, and even old decks that got slightly buffed by the ban list because they unlimited some of their cards, like Music Princess, for example. Those pretty playable decks. So yeah, Rush looking pretty good. Also, Character Jewels. Character Jewels is not only a place where you can get a lot of resources because of the shop. It is just a fun format in general. So, if you have not been playing Character Jewels, you should just be playing Character Jewels just because of the stuff you can get from the Respect Orb shop. So these things are all very good. Like the box chips are good, the gems are good. The free EXP potions are also pretty good as well. But the format itself is also really fun. So even though there is basically a clear best deck, which is Onomats, the other decks are not too far off as well. And depending on the tech cards you play, there is a very realistic chance of you actually beating the quote-unquote best decks as well. And because they have been expanding on the pool of playable cards, there are more and more options as well. So the deck I've been playing is, of course, Cyber Dragons. I've been playing this deck ever since the very beginning of Character Jewels. I think it's very fun. It is by far the most aggressive, high ceiling deck in the whole format, even though it is not as consistent as decks like Onomat. But if you pull off your combo, it's pretty much the most aggressive thing you will ever see in the whole Character Jewels format. The monsters are cool. I'm adding in a bunch of chronicle processings on my card so that I get more rewards at the very end, so my deck looks cooler as well. And I'm having a lot more fun even just when I'm playing them daily to get, the respect orbs, the 30 respect orbs per day for me to actually get the stuff in the shop. So yeah, overall, I don't think the game really is dying, even though speed is miserable. That is specifically only ranked speed, like higher level competitive speed is really homogenized, I would say. That's like what I will call it. It is very boring, and there is no incentive for competitive players to get new products because startups is still the best deck. But for casual players of Speed, it has always been the same. They have always been pushing out new events and new like NPCs that you can be playing. The new events are always pretty good for casual players, and those haven't changed pretty much. The competitive rush scene is still pretty good. There are a lot of options you can play, and also character jewels are a thing that you can play as well. So, if you are kind of burnt out on playing Duel Links speed, these are like other stuff that you can maybe consider. Or maybe you just don't play Duel Links like what I'm doing. I'm just not playing a lot of Duel Links, even though I am still playing it once in a while. I have definitely been playing a lot less than maybe I have been in the past. Because, not only do other games just seem more fun, it's also just because, I've got other stuff in life, I've got a life to live. But yeah, again, I would like you guys to tell me what you would like me to make, because I would still like to make content for Duel Links, even though a lot of people, understandably moved on, like other Duel Links YouTube channels have moved on to make other stuff as well. But I still like Duel Links, so definitely give me some ideas if you have them. And tell me what you think. Tell me what you think about the format right now. And thanks for watching. See you whenever I see you next time.